What's up guys, it's Sean and today we are going to check out Aira residence in Damansara Heights. Let's go! Hey guys, it's raining today, so the drone shots will be taken separately. However, this is going to be a collaboration with an owner. Very exciting because this property is now going for 5 million ringgit. A lot of people would then think about 5 million ringgit, why buy a condo? Why not buy a landed property which is very famous for this area, right? So for those who don't know, Damansara Heights is really that residential to go to area for a lot of rich people in KL because of several reasons. One would be the connectivity that is just connecting Bangsar, KL, Mont Kiara, Petaling, you name it, right? Also having a lot of business opportunities in this area in terms of international offices, those business complex, office towers, right? Back then, 30-40 years ago, this used to be that business hub. And then slowly it became this very high-end place because of all the bungalows that is being built around this area. Then suddenly out of all the low-rise, you have this development right among them, which is very, very exciting. And now first impression, right? It didn't feel like a 5 million property in terms of entrance. It's very subtle, it's very hidden, and I guess that's how the people of this level likes it. Right? Not so loud. You just check out this sense of arrival. You need to go through this slope. Even the boundary walls are not as high as what I thought it would be. And that would be the entrance. Suddenly like, ta-da! So coming in from the front gate, this will be the guardhouse. And this will be the lane into the basement car park for residents and visitors. Okay, one problem just now that I had was the turning radius. I couldn't make it. Anyway, this will be the drop-off area when you drive in, and you have a lot of all this plantation, all this water body, right, to welcome you back home. So the journey back home, I really like. Hey guys, coming up directly from the visitors lift and lobby, you look into the finishes and you look at the details of things. You can see that design language of this kind of brackets. They have all those frames as well, and it's pretty consistent throughout the entire project. Like all these kind of wall partitions. Then you have art pieces like this, and when you walk out, right, this will be the lounge to welcome your guests. Then at the side, you have a little bit more waiting spaces, a lot of seating areas, lounge, art pieces, and I love the fan. Then on the same floor, we have a gym here, and on the way to the gym, there's also a wellness center for you to make appointments, get masseuse to come here. Then you can actually book that room. This will be the cardio area facing bungalow roofs. Right outside the glass, you have other people's backyard, unfortunately. In Tower B, there are also lounge for the residents to use, where you have the snooker table, you have the coffee area, you have the bar. But one experience that is very rare again, it feels like an art gallery. You can see you have seats for you to just chill around next to art pieces. And you can look at the fonts, and the wayfinding approach are just very minimal, implementing to the natural stone finishes. Moving on, we are now in the rooftop, but you can see that open ceiling, right? After the rain, everything is wet. So I'm not sure whether is it part of the design approach. Then at the side here, you have the common dining area in case you want to have gatherings with your friends here. You can get your chef to prepare food while you guys chill in this zone. And the view that you will get is that amazing skyline. You can see this is the center of all Bukit Damansara. Then on the same level, you have a space for you to do yoga. You have all your yoga mats and things like that. I think this is going to be like a studio for people to do exercise together. This has to be the most elaborate barbecue pit ever. It's so huge, just that it's open air, so everything is wet. I don't know how long can they maintain like this. Do they like cover everything with glass? Don't know. We are now at the swimming pool area. It's not as fancy as I thought it would be, honestly, because at this price range I thought the pool would be, but it's not. So you have a lot of water features though, to just give you that peace and serenity. Then I like the landscapes, the kombojas, the usuals, right? Then you have the wooden panels and all these ceiling treatments, but it's all open, so there's no shading at all. All the furniture will all be wet, and there will be a barbecue pit as well. Then I really like this treatment because every time infinity pools, you will have the overflowing effect, right? And usually those are the wasted area. Here, they use that and put in pebbles, so you can still have that different feel. You can dip your toes or walk on the pebbles, just get closer to nature. Just that you can see that this road is actually shared between the residential areas also. And as enclosed as the front lobby can be, right? I like the treatment of windows to still promote ventilation, and they use fan, so it's somewhat still natural ventilated, and a lot of security abangs around. So again, when you walk around, there will be a lot of partitions like this to separate out the blocks, and if you have different lift lobbies, you have different access to your private lifts, and all of them are accompanied by all this water body. This is like a chalet basically. Coming up from that lobby, at this corner will be the Tranquility Garden, right? This is where you get to be connected to your inner self, I guess, right? You have all this water body, all these water features and plants, willows, kombojas to just make that setting right. You have all this Shanghai plaster, pebble wash, or you can call it. Then you have these pavilions made out of timber. Then you have these wooden partitions again. Very nice with the outdoor furniture. So this is where you get to just chill and connect with your inner self, especially under the rain right now. Nice. Although it's just one block, I think per floor there's 6 units if not mistaken. But as they all have their own private lift lobby, that's why you can see there's so many entrances towards the same floor plate, but I guess that's the price you pay. Generally, I feel that in this project you're paying for the security, you're paying for that privacy, you're paying for that experience ultimately. The entire common area feels like an exhibition hall where you get to just walk around and browse, experience artworks and things like that. So from the common area, you need to walk through this corridor and you will reach to this private lift area. Then you have a checkpoint before you go in. So you can see that consistent motifs throughout the spaces. We are going to check out Type C today. It's 2679 square feet, 3+1 bedroom, 4 bathroom. It comes with a private lift, so you have your own private lift lobby. When you come in, you'll first have the foyer, and when you go into the main door, then you will have this dining space and your living space. Again, it's demarcated into the private zones on the right, where you have the 3 bedrooms, all en suite, and then on the left you will have the working areas, the more open areas, big humongous kitchen, and then at the back will be the maids room. So this will be the back door access to all the refuse chamber and back of house elements. Coming up from the lift lobby, this will be the shoe cabinet, and all this comes with the actual unit itself. Then you have your DB box here. But one thing is, I really like the consistent language of finishes they use throughout the entire development. Then you have stone finish floor. On the right, you will have your powder room. Okay, so this is for guests to freshen up themselves. And look at the basin against that bronze finish. Then even the guest bathroom, you can see this consistent treatment, right, of tiles with the shadow gap in between. Then it will be a full height stone finish, mechanical ventilated, and this just looks like a hotel. WC by Duravit, and you have a sliding door. So coming into the unit, this will be the door, and it's kind of like that pivot swing door. Very cool. And this will be the dining and living space all together, connecting to the balcony. So as we look into the floor plan, these will be the private areas, right? The 3 bedrooms on this side, and this will be the open areas. So in terms of width, this is around 4.8 meters. This is 3 meters in height, and you can look into the ceiling. It's already that plaster ceiling where you can connect your lights, and aircon is centralized. Then for flooring, you will have this amazing engineered timber floor. And I like the treatment of skirtings. You know, you can see that it's timber connected to the plaster and paint via this shadow gap. That's cool. Divided by a sliding window. It's very smooth. And in order to allow the user of the space to control the amount of daylighting, they made this flexible. So you can open up to the level of light that you are very comfortable. This is a 1.6 meters balcony, steel and glass handrail built on this. So I like this because this area is usually the wet area and it's just easier to maintain using this. And check out the view. Then usually for projects that wants to like illustrate that prestigeness, the high class quality of materials, right? Usually they'll go for natural tones, colors that are more of the earthy side of things, like the bronze or copper kind of finishes downstairs. You can see these smooth concrete finishes. Okay, next to your dining area, you have this built-in cabinet that comes with the unit. You have all these countertops, cabinet spaces, and this kitchen is just amazing. Check out the scale. By design, this will be the active areas for family gatherings, usually during breakfast or snack time, right? Then you have this amount of cabinets, and I like that it comes with it. It just saves up a lot of trouble. Here you have the microwave by Dietrich. Very nice. Then you have this solid countertop for work, right? Then this will be the connection for gas if you want to use it. This will be for your hood and hob, again by Dietrich. This is also Dietrich. Oven. Then on this side you have Blanco for your kitchen basin, and last of all will be the fridge, again by Dietrich. Then one design element that we rarely find in properties today will be the design of cabinets. Right? Then you have this kind of hinge, and every time you open the shelf there will be lights available already. Here you even have plug. When you have all your electrical appliances, right? Sometimes the kitchen just looks very messy, not as presentable. So after you put them here, you can just hide them, conceal them. Nicely done. Then at the end, this will be the connection to the service area, right? And that will be the refuse chamber. So you can see refuse chamber, full tile up. Just that there's only one tiny mechanical vent. Also a concern will be this floor level, because this is the service area and I thought sometimes they will need maintenance and cleaning, right? The water might seep through. I don't know. So this is still flat. Then at the edge, this will be the maid's room and her own bathroom. Okay, so her bathroom, very spacious, very nice. She still gets certain level of views, which is awesome. Check out the mountain. Woo! Then below this centerpiece, right, you also have storage areas below. It's just very workable, and this is one cool thing. Let's say you want to use a blender or whatsoever. Ta-da! Pretty cool, right? Okay, moving opposite to the private zone, you have 3 bedrooms in total. Let's go to this one first. Similar treatments, you have the timber flooring, you have all the cabinets all built in, along with a blower for aircon. Then in terms of cabinet design, you can see that it's almost leather-like. You have this copper finish for your handles, the lights inside the cabinet. Some even you have glass. Check this out. Wow! This is nice. After that, you have that floor to ceiling full height window panel. And right next to that, you have your principal bathroom on this. Wow! So coming in, you are welcomed by your bathtub. Very nice. Then you have the WC area, you have your shower area, and the shower area actually comes with seats. Wait, let me show you. You can check out the WC by Duravit, stone finish the entire way and separated by this glass door. So while a person uses, right, the other person can actually shower. That's very nice. You have the rain shower, then you have the mechanical vent, but still have window at the same time. Then you have for him, for her basins by Villeroy and Bosch. And when you take shower and when you brush it, right, you can also enjoy the daylight and view. So you have the same view, the same treatment like in the living room, and this balcony is shared until the bedroom area. So again, as we mentioned before, great finishes for toilet, right? Because they are so confident on the dry and wet area around the toilet, they do not fully clad everything with tiles. Instead, they still keep it plaster and paint. And this is the first time we see treatments like this. Check out the ceiling design. It's glossy, and I can only imagine when you switch on the lights and it somewhat reflects it, right? Ooh. Then walking out from the room to the balcony, you have again the same treatment, steel and glass handrails, and that connects you to the outdoor space already. Here you get to check out a lot of different mansions around the area. Sometimes you also get to enjoy the jam at the far end. Also, I really enjoy the sliding doors. It's so light, it's so smooth, it's so easy to use. After the principal bedroom, here you have bedroom 2. This will be the bathroom immediately, and you can see the finishes, stone claddings. Wow! The full height mirror. You have this countertop. And check out how they divide the water. So they control water overflowing by having this 2 mm gap just to contain the water on this level. And the basin is by Duravit WC as well. Then for every shower area, you have this sitting, and it's very rare. Phew! That was close. So you can see this sitting with your hangers and things like that. Very nicely done, right? So you have the compartment to put in your shampoos along with your rain shower. So after exploring so far, right, there's just a lot of partitions of space that's going on in the whole house. We have this very weird kink, don't know why, and that connects us to the bedroom area. So although all bedrooms have windows, right, but this is overlooking to the other block. And I like how the architect avoids direct facing by rotating the tower instead. So now it's diagonally. And coming out from the second bedroom, moving on to the last bedroom, similar treatments for the bathrooms. Stone finish all the way, rain shower, mechanical ventilation, along with the full height glass, Duravit finishes. Very nice, along with the cabinets. After that, again, pretty similar for the 2 bedrooms, right? So the size is also very consistent. That can accommodate this wardrobe along with the view itself. So I really like all the bedrooms. All comes with this full height window, very well done wardrobe, and the toilets are amazing in terms of specifications. So I think that's all for the unit. This is also the first time we see a few things. The level of cabinetry that is so well done, the built-in cabinets, right, it's just amazing. Then we can see ceiling paints along with wall paints like this just to highlight the space. Then we have the seating structure around the shower area. That's also very new, and I like this a lot. For those who really like cooking, right, this is just... So the 3 things I like, number 1, definitely the location itself. So this has been the origins of Damansara that's connected to Mont Kiara, Bangsar, KL City, PJ, you name it, right? And this is the location where you have almost everything, where you have the urban setting, you have the offices, then you have the topography. You can still see the landscape around where you have all the mountains, all the greeneries, and the lifestyle here as well. So you have the Plaza Batai commercial area, you have the international schools. Everywhere is just very convenient, plus it's very low dense. Hence, the security and safety portion of things are just easier to manage for the residents here. And what's cool now, as we speak, the central portion around the roads, right, is being developed by both Coco Land and Pavilion, leveraging on the new MRT. Suddenly this location kitchen that is so prestige and premium, right? Suddenly you add another layer to it. Wow. The second thing I really like would be the main element that you are actually paying for, right? Would be the common area. So for projects like this, it's no longer about the 3-axis, that floor, wall, ceiling, right? It's way beyond that already. It's really about experience. You have that sense of security, that sense of tranquility, that sense of serenity. As we speak right now, it's really comfortable. When you walk around the common areas, the corridor, it feels like an art gallery. Every space is really thought through in terms of the furniture setting, in terms of the view, in terms of comfort, ventilation, daylighting. So from a personal experience, when I come out from my car, immediately you have a security guard that ushers you into the visitor's lift. Coming out to the lift lobby, that feels like an art gallery. You have art pieces everywhere. And when you walk out to the private lift, suddenly that outdoor-indoor relationship just matches with all the water body and landscape treatments. And the best thing is that you will not know it's very difficult, it's very expensive to execute all this, but it does not make you feel like it's flaunting. It's not loud, it's not like gold-plated, expensive material right in your face. Not really, it's just very subtle, and that I really appreciate. And last of all, we've seen things that we never seen before here that is applied to the ceiling of the principal bathroom. Then you see the drawer with glass finishes, and I think this is the most refined, most elaborated kitchen space I've ever witnessed. The central island is so huge, so workable with cabinets all around, and I think the strategy of providing semi-furnished is just spot on, because you just imagine if the kitchen were to be bare, right? Suddenly like, you won't feel the home element in that property, but suddenly you have all the shelves ready, you have all the built-in cabinets ready, the toilets are completed entirely, including the mirror and the vanity, then all the wardrobes are all done. That just allows the owner of the unit to just focus on the fun things, which is the living room, the dining room, and the bedroom furnitures, right? All the more mafan, all the more meticulous things, the developer all sorted out for them. There are the 3 things I don't like, as thoughtful as they can be with the common areas, with everything, right? The visitor car park is really low in terms of ceiling height. Then also the turning radius from the entrance where you want to turn in, I think for visitor it's still okay because you have more turning radius, but for the residence itself, it's just too tight. You can barely, so you need to turn like a drop off before you turn in, which is very weird. Second thing would be the entrance statement. The approach of this design is not that loud setting, it's not that attention grabbing, a bit more mellow and subtle in terms of entrance statement. The sense of arrival is not that intense, but the experience only starts when you drive into the project. So from afar, right, you don't really get any, especially for a property at this price range. Last of all, it's a classic debate between a 5 million property to be spent on a landed property or to be spent on a 2,000 over square feet living in the sky. Generally, when you're paying to live in a high-rise, right, a lot of those money are spent on common areas, especially on the back of house. Because of the setting of the private lifts, there's this need of service area to be partitioned accurately as well to protect the privacy of all residents. Suddenly, the floor efficiency dropped a lot. Then you have these long corridors from tower to tower or from lift lobby to another, right? Generally, you'll be paying for all those spaces, but when you come to the actual unit, it's just that. In comparison to that, you have that landed house experience where you get to enjoy the house entirely. But it's going to be a different mindset when you have reached that age where your kid starts going to universities. Suddenly, instead of the house serving you, you start serving the house. It's no longer that viable. Then this will be that next choice or next phase in life. I think that's all for this episode. Shout out to the audience for sharing his unit with us. It's definitely an eye-opening one. And with this project, we learned that sometimes we pay more than just build up. We pay more than just floor height and ceiling, right? It's more of that sense of security, that experience of coming back home. We also learned the cruel fact of town planning. Right beside your landed bungalow can be an apartment anytime. But this is truly a very exciting project because it's situated in an old address that is having new line of developments. So if you really like this episode, like it, share it, and even subscribe for more information like this. Until next time, this is Sean Tan. Ciao.